and welcome back to the box with me, Rich Perry. It is the 1st of April, which means it's April Fool's Day. Did you do any pranks? I did not. Nor did I get pranked, which was pretty good. So, yeah, let me know if you did, because I'm always interested in other people getting pranked. You know, Schadenfreude, all that. I think that's how you pronounce it. Not sure, can't quite remember. But, anyway, as you may have guessed by the title of this episode, the main point of this episode is I saw Sucker Punch today. Actually, it was probably about, just checking my clock, 5 hours ago, I think. So, still very fresh in my mind. Gonna review that. But first up, just got a couple of news items that I want to run off. And then I'll head straight in to the review of Sucker Punch. Okay, first up, we have Thor director Kenneth Branagh will be showing exclusive clips from the upcoming film at Kapow Comic Con in London next weekend, which is awesome. I really wish I was going. Unfortunately, I don't know anyone who is, and I can't persuade anyone to go with me. And actually, I have tickets to see Darren Brown, so I can't do that anyway. But anyway, he will also take part in a Q&A session alongside Thor himself, Chris Hemsworth. Hemsworth? Something's telling me that I've written this down wrong, but I don't know. Either way, Chris, who plays Thor, and Tom Hiddleston, who plays Loki, Thor's brother and general bastarding douche. You know, he's evil. But they will all be in the Q&A session at the, I think it's like the Marvel Movies panel or the Marvel panel, I'm not sure how it's set up, but they will be there at Kapow Comic Con. So go! Yeah! Okay, next up, the newest update for Minecraft. Puts in place some pretty good features. First up, sleeping in your bed now changes your spawn point, which alleviates a major problem in the game when players, myself included, would wander off vast distances. Sometimes we purposely get ourselves lost to find a new exciting place and start working on a project. But we'd be petrified of dying, because if we did, we'd start at our original spawn point and run the risk of not being able to find where we started our new project. So that solves that problem, which is awesome. Another update is you can also now hold shift to stay still on ladders. So no more juggling yourself with the up and down arrows as you're trying to mine that block or rain down arrowy death on your enemies from above. So that, again, very helpful. I think there was something about modding, or no, it was the frameworks for achievements and such were put in place, but no actual achievements and stuff have been implemented yet. I think Notch said that will happen in the next update. But the main thing that I love about this new update is wolves! There are now wolves in Minecraft! Almost called it Warcraft there. There were already wolves in Warcraft, but no one really cares. Yes, there are wolves in Minecraft now, and these guys will typically hunt in packs. They're apparently going to be quite rare to find, and yeah, if you attack one, you'll have to deal with the entire pack, because they'll all get really annoyed. But they won't actively come after you unless you attack them first. But the best point about it is, with bribery, if you give them bones, I think it is. If you give them bones, you can get your own wolf pet. They'll follow you round and they'll attack the stuff that you attack. And yes! And from what I've seen in the video I saw on GameInformer.com, looks like you can get as many as you want. So I saw the video, this guy's got 5 wolves following him and he starts attacking cows and they just go crazy. So that's going to be awesome. I'm definitely going to try that. You'll probably see that in Perry Plays once I start that back up. Apologies for not doing that. But anyway, those are the news stories I wanted to get out of the way. Now on with the Sucker Punch review. I don't have anything written down for this because I just wanted it to come straight from here. as honest and brutal as I could. So, yeah, Sucker Punch. You can definitely tell it's done by the same guy who did 300. I mean, yeah, the fight sequences are very reminiscent of certain 300 fight scenes. I loved them. I loved the fight sequences and the fantasy sequences. Oh yeah, I'm going to throw up a massive spoiler alert right now, because in this review I'm probably going to give a shit ton away, so don't watch if you haven't seen it already, or if you don't want, like, big spoilers. But really, you've probably read everything about the film already, because the storyline admittedly isn't that great, but I'll get onto that later. So, yeah, the action sequences are fantastic. They are very well done. CG heavy, but that's fine, because this film demands it to be CG heavy. Considering, just remembering now, they go up against orcs that look very reminiscent of Lord of the Rings orcs. Dragons. Okay, now let's get this right. Steampunk robot zombie Nazis. I shit you not, that's what they are. Robots are in there as well. There are World War II planes and zeppelins, and basically all kinds of crazy shit happens in the massive fantasy sequences, which are fantastic. They are by far the best part of the film. If nothing else, go to the film for those sequences. Regrettably, I felt there weren't enough. I think there were 3 in total, and while they were good and stretched out over a decent time, I felt that they weren't expanded enough, or there just weren't many. There needed to be more of these. I mean, it's obviously appealing to me as, like, the target audience. I am the internet video game movie nerd who loves all this random stuff that is epic and crazy in the internet senses. And all you internet buffs will know exactly what I mean. I mean, come on, you're fighting, giant samurais with miniguns, and this small girl is kicking their ass with, like, a handgun and a samurai sword. It's that kind of stuff. But regrettably, there's just not enough. The main story is... it's okay. I don't want to spoil too much, but it's just not involving. I mean, she goes into these, like, trances when she dances, which rhymes, so whatever. But these dance trances happen, and then you get the fantasy sequences with all the crazy shit. But the actual story in the real world just isn't involving enough to keep me invested and want these people to succeed. The characters themselves are pretty bland. The main character, she's passable. I mean, if she actually had a modicum of emotion, I mean, she's put in a wide array of very weird, wacky, and crazy situations, but some of them are fairly, like, you'd imagine them to be fairly emotionally draining, but she's a bit of a whitewash. I mean, there's a little bit of emotion there, but really not enough to get invested with her as a character. Same with most of the other ones. I mean, they either seem to get over their problems very quickly, or don't have any, apparently. And while 300, it's a very good film to compare to 300, but while 300 really got me invested in the story, I really cared about the characters, I just did not care about the characters in Sucker Punch, which is a shame, because if it was handled better, like maybe the acting was better, or there was more focus on character development rather than... well, not rather than, I mean, character development in the wacky scenes would have been fantastic. It would have been great. But there's only a little bit there. So overall, not great character development. I didn't feel invested with the characters, so at the end, I have a feeling they were going for something big and emotional, but I just didn't feel it. I didn't get that, which is a shame, because it's a film I wanted to like. I went in having very mixed views. I didn't know if I was going to like it, or I thought it was going to be cheesy, but I wanted to like the film. I mean, by the end, I wanted to like the film, but unfortunately didn't on the same level it wanted me to like it, if that makes sense. I'm not sure it does, but either way, overall verdict, it's very fun. Go and see it. I saw it at the IMAX. You don't need to pay that much to see it. I don't know if it's in 3D, but it could be good in 3D, but I'd personally save your money, but see it in the cinema. It's a cinema film, but don't bother seeing it in 3D or IMAX. I probably wasted quite a bit of money on that. But storyline is frankly weak. The acting is okay. The characters are so-so. What really holds this film together are the action fantasy sequences. They are done very well, and they are pure internet junkie fare. So if you're of this kind of audience, like me, you're into all your internet stuff, your craziness, your wild, zany stuff, and you're not looking for anything cerebral or anything too emotionally involving, go and see Sucker Punch. It was great fun. I'm not going to deny that. It was great fun as a film. But I advise seeing it with friends, because just don't take it seriously. That's it. Okay, so that was the episode of The Box for today, the 1st of April. I wish you guys a very good month, and if I don't see you tomorrow, I will see you Sunday for the major update episode. So, it's been Rich Perry on The Box, and I will see you guys around.